All right, everybody, and welcome to the Michael Bernoff Show, where we have an opportunity to work with you, entrepreneurs all over the world that truly believe that average sucks. And I got to tell you, to start off the show today, a couple of things. You are not crazy. And the reason I say that, as I walked into the studio here this morning, I said, man, there's a whole world of people that think what you and I do, that our ideas and our dreams are crazy. It's almost like there's an entire world of people that would love us to sit down, to slow down, to be average. And one of the things we say here at the Human Communications Institute is average sucks, because the only way to get the things you want and live the life that you want, making your business be what it's capable of being, is to truly live a life that screams average sucks. So today's show is all about one of the most important topics that it's going to take to run any business. And I'll tell you, most people in life are so concerned with being the CEO in life. That's what they want to be. They want to be the CEO. I had a gentleman on my traditional podcast yesterday, the Average Sucks Show, works with CEOs. And what's funny is most people, when they look at that, they have trouble with that. They want to be the CEO, but very, very few people are willing to understand that they run their life like it's a limited liability company. And what that means is limited liability. I take limited liability for what's going on. I take limited liability for the results I'm getting. I take limited liability for, how my team is doing, limited liability for the sales that I'm bringing in. And most of us need to stop attempting to be the CEO, and we really need to be what I would call the sole proprietor. And the reason I call it the sole proprietor is you've got to realize this is going to be up to you to make the things happen. So a lot of people come to me because I'm known for influence and communication. And typically I sit down with them and go, hey, you want to be more influential? Who are we going to influence? And they give me a list of people. And I say, why not start with you? Because today's show is really about that, self-influence, how we influence ourselves to do the things we want, how we influence our behavior, how we actually influence ourselves to get the businesses that we truly desire and the life that we truly desire. And if you're new to the show, this is a coaching show. I'm right now with my co-host here, Jaden Easton.
Welcome, everybody, to this week's show. I'm really excited for this episode. This is one that we got a lot of requests for, to cover influence in a way that a lot of people don't talk about. If we think about influence, you think about who is the most influential person that you know. A lot of times you're thinking of people outside of yourself. You're thinking of top performers. You're thinking of, historic figures. And I've heard Michael say this before at some of his events. And he asked people in the room, like, who's the most influential person you know? And they answer, everyone outside themselves. And then he turns it back. And the most influential person is yourself. The influence that you have. You are an influencer. And to be an influencer doesn't mean you need to have 100,000 followers. You are an influencer based on the way that you act and you show up in the world. So in today's show, we're going to focus on ways that you can build a better relationship with yourself and better influence yourself to do the things that you know you need to do and play a bigger game.
Well, I'll tell you, the big game most of us are playing is we're playing the talking game. We're playing the talking game about talking about the things we want versus actually getting ourselves to do the things that we truly desire to do. So this is a coaching show. And the reason is we believe in coaching and we believe in people allowing themselves to get the things they want in life. And I will tell you, if most of us look at some of the highest performing people in the world, what we think they do and they actually do are very, very, very different. And one of the biggest examples I can give you is we just lost a country music legend, an actress, somebody that I grew up watching, Dolly Parton, just the last couple of days.
Yeah,
I don't know. Was she big in Canada?
She was big all over the world. Yeah, even in Canada, believe it or not.
and I got to tell you, I'm getting people posting about it, and I think a lot of people are missing what really happened.
Yeah, we were talking about this.
You were talking about this morning, yeah. And I got to tell you, I look at this because it takes a lot to be good at anything, and then it takes extraordinary lot to be exceptional at anything and to be elite, to be known, to have people like one of our friends, Tony Orlando, who's a famous singer and an actor and everything else. He was posting about her today, how much she'd be missed and all kinds of stuff. And people are posting like all about this woman and they're missing it. Everyone said online, I had a person say, we need to, if Star Wars gets May 5th, we're going to give Dolly Parton September 5th for 9 to 5. And this is where I think they've got it all wrong. To be that person, the actress, that legendary, to live to the age she did, to act at the level she did, to make the money that she did, to make the impact she did, to have little girls at my daughter's skating rink, skating to Dolly Parton, skating to 9 to 5 in 2006 when the movie came out 30 years ago, you've got to understand she's not the 9 to 5 girl. She is the
wasn't built
365,
on 9 to 5.
247 person because she's known for 9 to 5. But I'm going to tell you, if you want to make it in this world, this whole 9 to 5 BS isn't true. I can guarantee you that woman played when she didn't want to play. I can guarantee she went to bars where people were absolutely probably inappropriate, talking things, throwing things, acting like who are you at the beginning, and she's singing and dancing and wanting to get her point across in Nashville, playing at Opry, at the Grand Ole Opry, doing the things she did to get to the place that you want to get, to play the Grand Ole Opry, to be out there with the Hank Williams, to be out there with now's the Garth Brooks, to be out there, to be known who you are. Years later, you don't get to do 9 to 5. And that's why this community understands that. So I'm going to tell you, Dolly, you don't get 9 to 5. You get 365, 24/7. And the reason I say that is stop looking at that and start realizing what you think people are and what they are is very different. So my honor for you is not the movie. My honor is the woman who created the legend that you truly are, and you know how to influence yourself to get through the behaviors to do the things you need. So that's my call out today.
That takes a high level of self-influence.
Yes.
Because we live in a world that encourages us to play smaller than we're capable of and to live the 9 to 5. And, you know, one of the other sayings that Dolly was famously quoted for was, I might look totally artificial in some ways, but I like to think I'm totally real when it counts. Like, Dolly had all this outside influence, but her vision on the inside was stronger than all that. She had a high level of self-influence. If you study top performers, top athletes, they have criticisms from the outside, but self-influence is just one of these hidden superpowers.
It's the ability to do what you need to do. I mean, think about it this way. Everyone sees the superstar. They see the final product. But very few people understand the self-influence that shows up every single day of the week. I mean, the self-influence is what gets you up in the morning, because there's a difference between talent and drive. And I'm going to tell you, talent, we all are talented at something. Everybody's talented. Drive is the ability to utilize your talent and share it with the world, share it with yourself, do the thing that you need to do. So as you're jumping on here today, I want to tell you, you do not need a ton of talent. Talent's not going to get you where you need to do. It's the easy stuff. You need drive. It's to get up, to do the thing, to influence yourself, to do the thing that you need to do long enough. And I did a study years ago, and I found this out, and this is fascinating. I looked at every single person, and I got to remember this study that I did. I did it myself because I had this book of very successful people, and I found that the magic number was 5 years. 5 years is the magic number. And they take people like being a no-name person like a Steve Jobs in a garage to being worth, let's just say, $100 million, 5 years. Bill Gates, same thing, 5 years. Oprah Winfrey from no name, 5 years. If it's interesting enough about it is if you look at every major person that did something, they did it about the 5-year mark. And I don't know if that's the 10,000 hour rule or whatever it is. So you've got to have the self-influence to say, I am going to do this thing, hell or high water, for 5 years, not perfect, but I'm going to influence myself to get the things that I need. I promise if we probably looked up Dolly Parton from her original getting started in Nashville or wherever she started to her becoming well-known, I promise it was about a 5-year period. So it's half a decade. It's 5 years. It's a small percentage of our life.
And it wasn't 5 years, 9 to 5.
No, that's the key. And the funny thing about 9 to 5 is like, who made up that crap? I mean, I'm going to tell you, that is the entrepreneurial nightmare is not the crap we deal with. The entrepreneurial nightmare is waking up in life and taking advice from people with the attitude. You can work with a company and have an entrepreneurial attitude. You can help run a company, be a CEO. You could be the guy the janitor at the high school and like truly own your job and do what it is you do. But the dangerous thing for an entrepreneur is to surround yourself with the employee mentality. And the employee mentality is, I'll do the minimal. I'm really not going to influence myself to be any better than I'm going to be. I don't believe in self-influence, and they don't get better at what they do. And we live in a world today which really rewards people for being average and does not teach people that the secret to everything you want in your life is the ability to influence yourself and influence your behavior on a regular basis. So as people call into the show, typically the biggest challenge they have is they got something they want, and there's a way they live, and there's a gap. And the gap is solved by the ability to influence yourself to actually take the steps, take the actions, do the things you need to do. So we want to solve that today. We've had an opportunity to work with hundreds of thousands of people all over the world for the last 18 weeks or so, 16 weeks we've been doing this show.
Yeah.
And we've assisted a lot of people along the way. So if you got questions, you definitely get an opportunity to send them in the questions, and also an opportunity to share with stuff. So break it down for us, Jaden.
Yeah, this is a live call-in show, and we have a bunch of callers teed up today, which is really exciting. So we're going to get into that in just a second. But if you text ASK to 480-800-8051, you can either text us in your question, or you can hop on the private show line that you'll be sent and join us live for an opportunity to get coached by Michael. But this is a live interactive show. We're going to be diving deep into self-influence, and Michael is going to be sharing some tools and strategies. But more than that, we're going to be working with real business owners, entrepreneurs, high performers that are in the game, that are experiencing challenges, that they want to play a bigger game, and Michael's going to assist them in achieving just that. So Michael, are you ready for our first call?
I'm ready for a caller. And as you're dialing in on the show, one of the things we ask, because YouTube, the way this works best to serve and assist more people, is hit subscribe. Let us know you're here. And then as you're jumping on, just let us know where you're dialing in from. Even if you're watching after the fact, we'd love to know where you're from, because we've got callers and dialers in from everywhere. And as we look back through this, it's just fun watching people from Fiji, watching people from New Zealand, watching people from all different places. So take a couple seconds, put it in the comments.
We can see the chat right in front of us on all platforms. So good morning to Sean. Great to see you. Ronald. We got a lot of people tuning in out there from all around the world.
Perfect. Well, let's get our first caller, and let's get started. And those of you that are new to coaching, here's the deal. In a short period of time, what I ask you is, you've got the story you have, and we get you to leave with a different story today. So today is really about the topic of self-influence and influencing yourself to get the things you want. So who do we got out there?
Our first caller today is Brennan from California. Brennan, you out there?
I am here. Thank you.
Hey, Brennan. So what do you do, and what's your business, and how can we help you?
Yeah, and actually, I'm from Gilbert, Arizona, recently transplanted here to Arizona.
Oh, great.
I am a coach and a consultant.
Great.
And I think right now where I am is, I've been successful in corporate career. I've been successful as an entrepreneur. And now I'm seeming to make a pivot. And even though I've done all this before, I know what I need to do, I can't get myself up off the ground to actually do it.
Okay.
I'm hitting stall.
Can I help you? Can I help you with, do you want coaching, or do you want to play story time? You pick.
Let's go coaching, Michael.
Okay. So I'm going to tell me again what you said at the beginning. Tell me what you did. I want to hear that one more time. I want to give me the story, and I'm going to coach you right now because I care and I love you. And this is the context for this. And you could tell me again, but you told me what you've done and you've been successful in the past, correct?
Correct.
Who cares? And the reason I say that is none of that has anything to do with this, unless you want to pat on the back and say, good job. You are talented, correct? You and I both know you're talented, correct?
Sure. Yes.
Oh, yes. You are talented, correct?
Yes.
And the challenge isn't the talent that you keep on repeating that you've already did and the accolades that you've already got. It's how do we get ourselves moving forward? Because I find one of the biggest challenges we have is we know we've done something before. And there's a lot of people maybe listening to this on the line. We've got to say, like, I've done this. But really, who cares? It doesn't really matter. You ever met people that said, man, I owned 35 Bitcoins back in the day and I just gave them away? Great. Who cares? Correct? It's a nice story. It's nice glory days, but it doesn't matter because that's not what you're working on right now, is it, Brennan?
No, it isn't.
You're not working on where you are. So better question is, where do you want to go? So I want you to imagine for a second. We got a flight of stairs. And the top of the stairs is everything you've ever wanted in your life. What's up there?
I'd say what's up there is freedom. Breathing room is up there.
Okay. So you're doing this for breathing room?
That's part of it.
Okay. So on the top of the steps, what's up there? We're going to climb some steps, dude. We got to do some work. We got to put in some work. We got to do something. What's up there, buddy?
Right. Well, I mean, what's up there is what I'm building now. I see it up there built. It's okay. The business is built.
Let me ask you a different
freedom
question.
I'm looking for is there.
Who's up there?
I'm up there. My wife is up there. My kids, my grandson.
Okay. The problem is they're down with you right now where you're at now. You don't need to get up there. You already got them, don't you?
Yes.
And you already got some level of freedom, don't you? And you already can breathe, can't you? So we don't have a reason to climb right now. Now, this isn't about finding your why, and it's not about finding your passion and your purpose. And put your pen down right now, because I know you're going to want to take notes on this, and just stay with me, and let's have a conversation, because we can't solve an emotional challenge with logic. You've been in sales and business long enough to know that people don't do things for logical reasons. They do them for emotional reasons and back them up with logic, correct? So this is an emotional conversation, right, not a logical one. Logically, you're totally capable and you're super smart. You should be doing this already. What the hell's wrong with you? Correct? The difference is, here's my question. What are you building?
That shouldn't be such a hard question to answer, should it?
Shouldn't be, but what are you building, man? And this, like, forget about all like the creative, but clearly, what are you building? I'm gonna help you with this right now. What are you building?
So what the point of the business is to help business owners launch and grow their businesses.
Okay.
As a business
So
consultant. That's the
the
nuts and bolts
challenge
of
here
what it
isn't
is.
you're not having being good at that, because you're really good at that, aren't you?
Yes.
You're really good at helping business owners, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Are you really, really getting business owners? Are you really good at getting business owners to be interested in that idea?
I used to be.
I can re-ask the question again. Are you, which is current day, really good at getting business owners to recognize that they have the ability inside them to be more and get more? Are you world class at that?
The evidence is not showing that I am.
Okay, well, these are yes/no questions, and the sooner you answer them, the sooner you change your life. So here's the question. I bet you're really great at helping people. And I bet a car is really good at driving somebody somewhere if somebody will actually drive it, correct? So I believe the vehicle works perfectly.
Correct.
I believe your business is absolutely incredible. I truly believe that your business is absolutely incredible. There's one part missing in your business, and this is what your real business is. Becoming a person that is absolutely world-class at getting human beings and influencing people to do the things that they need to do. So part of this is influencing yourself to realize that you've got to get better with people. You've got to get so good with people that when they come near you, they feel like building their business. They feel like giving you money. They feel like connecting with you. That's not currently happening, is it?
No.
See, on top of the stairs isn't a built business, isn't grandkids. They're with you the entire way, which is beautiful. They're with you the freedom. You already have the freedom. But my question is, if we're here to influence ourselves, we got to figure out self-influence. What are we influencing ourselves to do? So the biggest reason people fail is they try to build a business instead of building the one part of the business that makes the entire business run. If you did this one piece, you could either choose to do this or not to do this, but this is the part we're avoiding. You have not figured out yet how to and got obsessed with, I mean, absolutely obsessed like a 4-year-old child on a cereal aisle. Do you know what I'm saying? We were kids back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Do you know what I'm saying? Obsessed like a grandkid at a toy store with this very idea that, you know what, I'm going to become so good at getting business owners to see that they're capable of more and them actually willing to do something about it, and they're going to believe me and I'll be able to do business with me. That's the part that's missing. So with each step that you climb to get where you want to go, well, we're influencing ourselves. Most of us have trouble getting what we want because what we're aiming at isn't exactly the thing we need. You already got a business, you're already capable of the thing. What's funny is your mind's like, why the hell would he bother doing this? He's already done it. But the void, the gap, is you are not world class at the thing that you need to be world class at. And it's not influencing others. It's influencing yourself to get better at influencing others. And looking in the mirror and go, dude, I'm good. But in order to do this thing I want to do, I've got to be world class and I got to be extraordinary. What are you catching right now, my friend?
What am I catching right now from what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, it hit hard. Yeah, it's all the history of achievements that I've had and where I've been. It's not where I am today.
Yep.
And
congratulations, plaques on the wall. I think you're wonderful. You think you're wonderful. Those are called accolades. But if you don't have anybody new to share those with, it doesn't do anything, correct? Or better way to do it, I'm going to find a way to take all my past history and the past things that I've done. I'm going to get so freaking good at using those to my advantage to get people to buy from me. Well, that's great also. But you're using them to tell you instead of finding a way to share them with others. Because, dude, if you shared those in a way and said, listen, I spent 20 freaking years being able to do blah, 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 and blah, 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 and da, da, da. But here's the deal. It's all about you. It's not all about them. How do you connect your gifts, talents, and skills with them? And it's not about learning a sales skill. It's about you digging deep in yourself and realizing what are you influencing yourself to do. This is the game changer that I see with people. People come, man, I should be good at this. You don't get it. I was an athlete when I was a kid. Why am I having trouble working out? Because one has nothing to do with the other. I'm glad that that validates a story of why you're not doing the thing you need to do versus, got it. I've never actually done this before in my 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. This is new. I'm going to get really good at motivating myself and doing what I need to do. So here's the deal. What if you were to say, I'm actually going to do in my business what I would teach someone else to do? Did you see that smile right there? Yeah. I'm going to get so good at using my own material that I'm actually a walking, talking, congruent machine. This entire conversation is God or whatever you believe in bringing you to the realization that you're incongruent, man. You're beyond capable and you're acting incapable. If you just took your own advice, I was sitting there with Jaden yesterday and we were like, okay, here's what we're going to put together for part of a sales process. Let's use the 4-step process. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't been using my own technique for 20 something years internally in my company. I'm like, why not? Boom, incongruency. All of us have to face the fact that we have a high level of inauthenticity and incongruency in what we do. And part of our job of self-influence is to recognize it and go, how do I be more me? Now, how do I be more Michael? How do I be more Jaden? How do I be more Bill? How do I be more Elon? Do you know what I'm saying? How do I get more like this guy? Dude, I want you to be more you because I think you're freaking badass. I think you've done a lot. I just think you're not drinking your own Kool-Aid and smoking your own greatness. And I think you need to do that right away, my friend.
Yeah.
Why don't you become your own first client right now? And all of us need to start coaching ourselves. And I'll tell you what self-influence is learning how to coach ourselves with what we already know at a minimum and then pick up stuff from other people. Got it? You already know 30 things you can do. I'm excited, Brennan. Will you follow up with me, man? I'm excited about this. I'm excited spending time with you and watching it grow.
Well, indeed, Michael. I appreciate the time.
Yeah, appreciate you.
So
Great
much.
stuff.
Thanks, Brennan.
Yeah, and if anyone learned anything from Brennan, I know I did. It's a big piece of the puzzle. It's not a call out like, oh my God, Michael Bernoff, you're mean.
Right. Yeah, what I love that you touched on is that incongruency. So is that a big part of self-influence? Because like if I try to influence somebody and I'm trying to influence them to do something that I know that I'm not even congruent with, or this happens in sales. Like I remember in my past, I was trying to sell something that was like, I was trying to market and sell something that was $10,000. I hadn't yet purchased something, invested in myself at that level, was struggling. And then it was like a year later after I had invested in this mastermind that then suddenly became a lot easier to sell something that was $10,000. So it was like, is incongruency at the heart of this? I'm asking because we had a bunch of people even text in. Like there's people that know they need to do things. Mm-hmm. Like, so we had, these are just a bunch of, cause I sent out this prompt. I was like, fill in the blank. So I was like, I know I need to blank, but every time I try, I tell myself blank. And we had people say, I know I need to call people. I know I need to walk and eat better. I know I need to do my immediate tasks. I get fired up for 30 seconds, but then I tell myself I'll do it later.
Okay.
I'll tell myself what is,
well, it's in the language.
It's
in the I know. It's I know. As soon as you say I know, you don't do, you destroy your confidence. We got to stop saying I know what I need to do. Either do it or I don't. How about I'm just not doing it?
Yeah.
I literally showed up in a meeting the other day. Our team set up a call with an incredible group we're going to be collaborating with soon. And I got on the call and literally showed up. I was coming back from somewhere and I messaged Shai and I said, let them know I'm running behind. Yeah. I get on the Zoom and first words out of my mouth is, I'm late. Zero reason I'm late. Like there's no, I'm late because of traffic. I'm late because I was getting a haircut. I'm late because this. I'm just late. He goes, oh my God, I appreciate your honesty. I said, no, I'm just literally late with zero words after that. I'm late. Here's the deal. I'm not making calls. See, the thing is, I know what I need to do. The second you know what you need to do, you feel better. Why do we say, well, I didn't mean it. You still fucking did it.
Right.
I don't know if we're allowed to curse on YouTube, but I did. I'm passionate about it. But this is the thing. I don't care if we can curse on YouTube. But the point is, I did it. And the thing is, we need to know as human beings, when you say, I know I need to make calls, I know what I need to do, and you actually don't. You actually know the idea. You're like, I think I know what Dolly Parton did. She made a movie. No, you don't know what she did. She was in a club, I'm just guessing, or in a bar, and she was sitting up there playing her freaking guitar day in, day out around smelly people with inappropriate language and all kinds of stuff for years to get to the point where she's getting her life. So when you say you know, you are lying. You might know what it looks like, and I've said it too. Yeah. you don't know deep down what it is. So let's break that down for a second. So here's what we'll do. So let's just say someone says, I know how to make calls. Okay. You know it's a good idea.
We had a few people say that, so this is going to resonate.
Do you know how to pick up the phone? Do you know how to get yourself to pick up the phone? Do you know what to say when you actually get on the phone? Do you know how to handle if someone's not interested? Do you know what happened if they are interested? Do you know how to handle this? Like, what do you know? Like, if you knew, you'd be doing it. You know a sliver of it. You've got an inkling. You've got a flash of what you think. And this is what I'd say for years. I mean, I really know a lot about it. You actually know. And that's the funny thing, and that's where the incongruency, and this is the incongruency monster that all of us deal with. Every human being that you're looking to sell or market to looks at you, and they're testing a test. Is this person safe? Are they comfortable? Can I trust them? And they're looking for incongruencies. So anything that's a little off, the dirt on your shoe, I'm not saying people are judgmental, but as Jim Rohn always said, guess what they are? So people are always looking for incongruencies. What is not lining up with the words you speak, with the language you speak, with the actions you take? Are the things lining up? So now internally we're congruent too. So when you say I should do something and you don't do it, you become incongruent and we stop trusting ourselves. And when we stop trusting ourselves, self-influence is turned off, or it's actually on. We're influencing ourselves to not take action. So we are training the nervous system to not do things. This isn't just philosophy. This is literal training of the nervous system to not take the actions we need. It comes from our language. It comes from our actions. So there's a matchup. Is what we say and what we do creating the congruency, like a congruent triangle? Are they matching up? If they are not matching up, people wouldn't trust you.
Yeah.
But you're a person too. You don't trust yourself, and then you start doubting yourself. And when you say, I'm going to go work out, and you don't do it, you're better off saying, I don't feel like it today. Real self-influence is straight up honesty. I'm not going to the gym today. Straight up not. Period, not.
You're making a decision.
Just you're honest. Yeah. People aren't going to like what I'm telling you right now, but this programming.
This is really powerful because a lot of times when we don't do something, we start with, I know I should. So that's an immediate flag.
That's so you can feel good.
Because what follows, I know, is the but. And that's when the excuses come in, and that starts to make you feel better. Okay, well, it's because of this. But if you just straight up admit it, that's the first step to doing something differently. Is it so if somebody is catching themselves in this pattern of, like, they say, I know I need to do this, I know I need to do that. Like, as a first step, literally just like starting to get congruency with doing the smallest things, or like if it's the calling thing, I know I need to. I'm not making calls. Like, is it? Do I need to have a different conversations with myself in my head at that point, or like, how does somebody then like get into action?
Well, let's get really real. So let's take the I know, right? Let's take the I know. Let's just act this thing out. You say, I know that I need to. Give me an I know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing more sales right now. So like, I know I need to call these 10 leads, or I know I need to.
How many times have you said it's something like I know I need to?
Multiple times per day.
But in your life.
Oh, in my life, yeah, like probably hundreds of times.
How many times that led to you taking immediate action?
Hardly ever, probably never.
Okay, good. So first off, that is horrible programming.
Yes.
We already know that doesn't work. So we got to catch ourselves in the moment. Just basically say, I'm not making my calls.
Yeah.
Is this working for me? No. Got it. What can I do instead? It changed the pattern.
Yeah.
So number one is we got to stop the I know.
We got to interrupt the pattern.
We got to interrupt it. Like the I know pattern. There's a scene in The Sopranos. You know, I love the show The Sopranos. And there's a scene where Tony is dealing with this lady, and the lady, he says, I didn't tell you how I felt because I didn't want you to get angry. And she was going to therapy. So she just turned around and said, oh, you didn't want to have to deal with me afterwards? And you didn't want to have to deal with the consequence. So we say I know so we can avoid the truth. The truth is, I'm not making calls.
Right.
The bullshit is, I know what I need to do, because you actually don't know what you need to do. Because if you knew what you needed to do, you actually would have done it.
Right.
You know what it looks like. You've got an idea of it, but you don't have the deep down knowing. So this is where they should be teaching this stuff early on, especially entrepreneurs. We've got to learn this. Like, there should be a different school. Like I was sitting in my daughter's school the other day. I'm like, man, they are anti-training people to be entrepreneurs here. Like, this is like, could we undo anything that an entrepreneur would ever need at all? Like, can we make any more rules that are nonsense? Can we make any more BS things that we can do? And I'm not here to like knock the whole place, but what I'm getting at is The second a human being says, I know, it's nothing wrong with the words I know. I know. It's just like, okay, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Yeah. We probably said it since we were kids. Yeah. And we got to realize we got to be grown adults to do this thing. We got to act like a child in creativity, but we got to be adults to do the thing we need to do. And I'm going to tell you, it's a childish response. I know. It is. Man, I never thought of this before like this, but man,
I grew
it
up
is
with
true.
Three brothers. It's a childish response. Well, let us know in the comments what you're resonating with. That was really valuable for me. So Brendan, I appreciate you inspiring that conversation. And we're gonna get to our next caller. If you're new to the show, if you're new to Michael's world, a really great place to start is Michael's best-selling book, Average Sucks. It dives much deeper into the conversations that we've been having on this show, and really just how to set yourself to make it inevitable for you to live a life that screams average sucks. And we have a few words to tell you about it. To 480-800-8051. Grab your copy, and when it gets sent to you, tag us on social media. We love to see people reading our book. It's funny. I've seen pictures of reading their book on the pool, on hikes. People take these things all over the place with them, and this is an incredible place to start. That being said, Michael, we have a bunch of live callers.
Let's go.
Are you ready to get to the next
I'm ready to
caller?
go. And as you're jumping on, subscribe to the channel. Do share this with those you care about. And the reason is YouTube loves subscribes and shares. And I'll tell you, if you want people to watch your channel, make sure to subscribe and share there. So who do we got?
So next up, we have Jane from Florida. Jane, let us know
from Florida,
your business and your question and how we can assist.
I love Florida.
Hi, yes, my name's Jane Federoff. Obviously, I'm from Pinellas County, Florida, and I am a real estate professional.
Fantastic. So what brings you on the show today? Are you picking up anything so far?
Yeah, I've been picking up on a lot. Thank you. So my main question is I'm finally on an upward swing with my business, and I'm wondering where I should focus to increase my price points.
Okay, you want to increase your price point? You're in real estate?
Yes.
And you said you're finally?
Yeah, it's taken me about 3 to 4 years of the roller coaster, but now the past full year, I've been slowly climbing, building,
I'm a language guy, so I'm going to help you with the finally word. Careful with the word finally. I don't want to do final anything. Does that make sense? We don't want final sale. We don't want final day. We don't want final anything, right?
Right.
So I think you meant to say I'm in the process and I'm continually growing my business. And I want to use elite language. And I want you to influence yourself and say, I am right now in the absolute incredible process of building my business. And I want you to be passionate about this thing. I want you to be excited. I want you to be turned on by this thing, like to a degree that the language we use to describe things, like I don't teach communication. I teach human beings that want the most elite, high-level communication on the planet to get the things they want. So that's the thing, like ultra luxury. You don't want to pretend it's not ultra luxury when it's not. But when my buddy lives in Fort Lauderdale, his home is ultra luxury. I think it's $26 million. Do you know what I'm saying? Ultra luxury.
Beautiful.
Some people are looking at JCPenney ultra luxury. That's a BS. But anyways, you want to raise your price points? What do you mean, like get from 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%?
No, I'm consistently getting my 3% or more.
So what do you mean by raise your prices?
My actual units, the transactions.
You want to sell more luxury homes.
Well, and it doesn't have to be luxury. The first couple of years I was doing between 400 to $1 million consistently. And now I feel like I keep getting stuck in the loop of telling myself it's where the market is because the snowbirds, the condos, the mobile homes, that's what's selling. And I'm one of those. I work 24/7. I'm
What
willing
town
to
are
do
you
it all. I'm right by Clearwater Beach.
Good. Now, Clearwater, is that Tampa, Clearwater, that area?
It's Tampa Bay, technically.
Okay, there's Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater.
Exactly.
I like it out there. There's a couple of great
Yeah.
restaurants I love. I was downtown in Tampa, and I got to sit next to one of my heroes, Phil Esposito, one day, the hockey player. He was downtown. I went to and then I found out sad about the guy that ran Burns. He died, but that's a whole nother story. But did you know that the chef died? But
I did not.
Anyways, I'm just throwing out Tampa Bay knowledge at you. But anyways, here's my question: where do the rich people live?
On the beaches.
How often do you go down
much.
there? There's your answer.
Probably like twice a week.
Good. How often are you networking with them?
Not as much recently. I could
How
probably do.
often
I'm
you acc-
pregnant,
how often
so I
you
haven't done as
acclimating
much
with them?
networking.
How often are you acclimating with them?
I want to say about at least 3 times a month.
Is it necessary?
Should be more.
Is it necessary at 3 times a month, or is it an activity?
It's usually some sort of networking event that I force myself to
I'm
go
gonna ask
to.
you to use my language. Is it necessary, or is it an activity?
It's an activity.
Got it. So if it's an activity, it's like kickball. It's cute. I mean, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. If it was necessary, Are you looking to make selling $1 million to $5 million homes necessary?
No, I'm not focused on it when I'm at those activities now.
Well, I'm asking, is that necessary for your business?
Yes.
Okay. Do you hear your yes? So here's my question. Right now, it's an activity. It's not necessary, correct?
Yes.
So here's what's necessary. In the next 8 months, I'm going to start selling an average of $800,000 to $1.7 million houses. That is necessary. Now, when you start using the word necessary, things start to change. It doesn't instantly make the sale happen, but it creates what's called the possibility. Now, what's interesting in life is there are absolutely 100% no choices out there that you get to create. They already exist. If you choose to do the luxury house market or the more expensive house market or the mid-house market, you can select that option. There's unlimited options, but the choice is a different choice of living. The choice has already been created. The person that does a different set of things than you're currently doing. So the way you've set up your current choices, the choices are not something you get to create. I know in the Bible it says we all have free choice. We do have free choice from the choices that have already been established. We don't get to choose how we want the world to be. We create options for ourselves. So we have unlimited options. So you have the option to wake up how you talk to yourself. You get the option to wake up how you do. But the choice of choosing that type of salesperson or that type of buyer, that type of wholesaler or seller, that's already been selected. How that works is already known and done, correct? The question is, Are you going to make that your option? So you never looked at it this way. It's an option of yours. Have you selected it? It's sort of like you're playing the crane game and you're playing the quarter crane game. There's a $1 crane game next door with the really cute stuffed animals. There's also a $5 crane game. Okay? The $5 crane game has, you could win a Nintendo. You could win a TV. You could win a Rolex. You could win other stuff. You're playing the little crane game and you're pretending it's the big game.
And that's where I know I'm not focused on the right.
You already learned. You know, I'm not. I'm doing the things that allow me to do $800,000 or less houses. Correct? Say it. Just say it.
Doing the things that are allowing me to sell 800,000 or less houses.
Great. And then you got to be like, congratulations. Good for you. Mazel tov. All of it. Does that make sense? Whatever you want. I can give you congratulations any which way. But what I'm getting at is, got it. Is that enough? And then that's the next sentence. Is that enough?
No.
Well, is your issue hard work, or your issue is you just need to change your focus?
I need to change my focus.
You've never made that a priority, have you? I want you to write this down. 2 ways to change your life. 1 is change your actions. 2 is change your perceptions. Your perception of you right now is an amazing woman that knows what she needs to do that's not doing it. That is your current perception, correct?
Yes.
New perception we're creating. I'm the woman who put in the time, effort, and work to earn the business that I'm getting. Are you willing to build that character like Dolly Parton built who she was? I don't know what her real name was. I don't know if we can even look it up. I doubt it was Dolly Parton, was it? Let's do a search. And if I'm wrong, Dolly, I apologize. Okay. What's her original name?
Yeah, the Dolly Rebecca.
I think
Dolly
that was
Rebecca
her
Parton.
name.
Okay, Rebecca. Dolly Rebecca. Okay, then good for her. Got a cool ass name. Okay. And Dolly, I apologize. I didn't know your full name. But But what I'm getting at is, are you willing to build that character that isn't built yet? There is a real estate agent that hasn't been built yet. Are you willing to build her?
Yes.
Never looked at it this way, did you?
No.
I am going to build this incredible example of what's possible. It may mean you change what you wear. It may change where you go. It may change your day of the week. You may change the people you network with. But there's two ways to change our lives. One is our actions. Number two is our perceptions. How we see ourselves and how others see you. Currently, you see you as 800,000 and below. Once we become somebody who changes how others see us, they'll flock to you. And you're like, but Michael, can't you just solve it? We actually did. Stop saying, I know what I need to do. Just saying what I'm doing is giving me this. And if I want to do this, I'll get this. Then you can have apples and oranges. Right now you have an apple and you're pretending your apple's an orange. Got it? Sit with it for a minute. Hardest part about coaching is sitting with it for a minute, let it kick in, and then do something with it. You get back to me after you get that first deal. Does that sound great?
Yes.
I love it.
Thank you.
Great job. And that's the thing. People don't realize coaching is not the result.
Yeah.
Coaching is the pre-result. Coaching is creating a new plan. Do not come to me for advice. You come to me for direction. And the difference between direction and advice is you get advice from watching all your Gary Vee videos online, and she can go watch all her Tom Ferry videos and go do her numbers and do all that stuff and know what she needs to do. But the second you say, I really want direction, here's the direction. Literally stop saying, I know what I'm doing, and just say, this is what I'm doing.
Well, sometimes coaching is just breaking down that first barrier. It's not to say that you're not going to then experience other challenges. Like Jane's next challenge is going to be building that new character and then making the choices and living congruently with that character. But if I've heard you talk about this before, this concept of like sometimes high performers, we choice delete. We think that, there's only a certain amount of choices in front of us, but like we conveniently look the other way to, I could build this vision of who I know makes the calls, who I know doubles my income, doubles my business, but we almost like delete that choice because we get to live behind that. Well, I know, but
And what's interesting is the difference between choice and options are two very, very different things. And some of you are going to like, okay, I don't understand what you mean by choice and options. They sound similar. They are so not the same. You have a choice that is already that is how we go about the choice is our options, but an actual choice is you're choosing that. If you pick a different option, you could then take a different choice. So the options are unlimited. The choice to do it is very limited. There's very limited choices. There's a lot of choices, but they're limited. Options are unlimited. Options, I'm going to show up with a white shirt, a blue shirt, a purple shirt. That's not a choice.
Right.
That's your options on how you handle the choice.
Well, we're getting some mic drop moment from Darlene that resonated with the conversation with Jane. So, Jane, we appreciate you. And let us know a takeaway or two in the chat so we can shout you out. We see you commenting from all around the world, which is always so great. Michael, do you want to do another caller?
We got to, before we get another caller, we have some Dolly advice here. You know, Dolly's father was illiterate. He was a smart businessman, despite he could not read or write. It is interesting to see how then the either did or didn't. Okay, interesting. So he didn't deal with his excuses. That's interesting. We could have easily said, I'm not smart, I'm dumb, whatever it is. And I think the biggest takeaway today is the I know.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm not. And I think I know is lying.
Well, it's just such a great way because it was such a common thread. Like that was the language that people were using.
I know what I need to do. For
that to be a tool to interrupt myself. Okay. I know. I'm not influencing myself properly.
Could you picture Elon Musk going, I know what I need to do today? No. Like I like you don't get spaceships sent. Like the guy or don't like the guy. I promise you he's not saying Elon Musk is not like he's saying I know what I need to do today.
We're not on Mars yet. Like what are we doing today?
Yeah, like he runs right to the problem.
Right.
The reason he has so much time is he doesn't know anything. It is what it isn't. Know is actually lives in the past. It's not really a now thing, and that's a whole nother story. Living in the past.
About that.
I know it's like boom back there. Yeah. What's next?
Well, let's bring out Brian had a really great question. I'm glad you popped on, Brian. So we have Brian from Arizona. Our team is going to unmute you if you're out there, Brian.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, Brian?
What's up, Brian?
Let us
How can we serve? How can we help?
Let us know where you're tuning in from, your business, and then how we can assist when it comes to this conversation around self-influence.
Yeah, so Michael Bernoff, me and my wife have actually gone to a couple of your programs before. We're with East Ontario Organics, and so my question is, I'm afraid that if I get the yeses I know that I can get, I'm afraid that I'm getting turned into somebody that I don't want to turn into, and I'm trying to get myself to not think about that.
Okay, so you don't want to get people to say yes to you?
Yeah, and the reason why is because I feel like I'm getting turned into somebody that I don't want to be, like that I don't like about myself.
Okay,
If that makes sense.
So you have a feeling if people buy from you, you're not going to like it.
Well, I know I'm getting like it if they're getting by from me.
Okay.
So my question though is I think I'm trying to explain it wrong, I think. So what I want to know is,
Do you want to know how to not be a sleazy salesman?
yes,
Okay, just got to ask the real question. Here's the, are you a sleazy guy?
I'm not usually.
Has anyone ever
guy
looked at it and
now.
go, that is the sleaziest dude I've ever met in my life?
I've never heard somebody say that to
So
me.
you're worried that you're going to become something that you've never actually been before because you've seen it somewhere.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever thought that tomorrow morning you would wake up and be a raccoon?
No.
Is it possible you could wake up tomorrow and be a raccoon?
No.
Do you think tomorrow morning you can wake up and be a turtle?
No.
Do you think tomorrow you could wake up and be rich doing what you're doing today?
Yes.
Well, I don't think so, because if
Well, true.
if you're worried about this, you're probably not going to wake up rich tomorrow. They're all delusions, correct? So
Correct.
you got to pick the delusion that you want in your life. So I understand the question. I think you're better off saying, I don't exactly know what I'm doing, and I'm actually a little scared, and I've ever done this before, and the only role models I know of successful people are the wrong versions of people, and I'm going to pick a different role model to follow that I get a lot of people to say yes to me. I don't think you picture me as one of those people, do you?
Correct.
You've said yes to me and purchased products from me, haven't you?
Correct.
Did you look at me afterwards like I'm a nasty, bad man?
No.
So why don't you pick a different direction of who you're focused on? Self-influence is what we target our focus on. So I believe you have a person in mind that you're using as an excuse to not do the thing you need. So point blank, you're better off saying, dude, I'm not that great at sales yet. And I've been using an example of Bill because Bill's a shady bastard. Does that make sense? And
Yes.
I'm using Bill as an example, right? Are you catching on?
Yes, I am.
So you're influencing yourself by putting the wrong picture in your head. It's like Clockwork Orange back in the day. You're like flashing a picture of what is sales? What is sales? And you got the wrong person. You know who does this? Political campaigns to get people to hate people. They put things in front of people and put language and words in front of them. So you're putting a person in front of you in your mind and giving a word to it, like bad man, bad man, bad man. Everything he does is bad. You're like, if I did that, I'm bad. Dude, why don't you pick 3 or 4 other people that you admire to look at and use them as an example? That's where I would begin, my friend.
Okay.
Thank you for the question.
Appreciate you, Brian.
Great question.
Thank you.
Some really great questions today. Appreciate everyone's engagement. You know, there's truly never been a better time to give yourself a gift of a pattern interrupt. I mean, we've been talking about, and this show is one giant pattern interrupt to remind you that there's other people that are playing this game of life differently than the masses, that are going after the big audacious goals in their heart, the vision that God or whatever you believe put on your heart. Coming up in October 15th to 17th, we have an event that Michael hosts twice a year called Core Live. You can give a shout out in the comments if you've been. It's 2.5 days in a room with other people just like yourself on this show that are living a life and putting themselves on a path to live a life that screams average sucks, that are committed to becoming a person of influence, that are committed to leveling up their communication, that are committed to making faster, more decisive decisions, that are committed to being better parents, better business owners, and not just better, but because better is great, but world-class, elite-level communicators. And if you text the word CORE to 480-800-8051, you'll be sent a page where you can learn more about the CORE event. There's a really great video to watch when you text that link. And I'll be giving some people a call later today as well to learn a little bit more about you and how CORE Live can assist you with where you're at. But it's coming up around the corner. I think we were like 45 days out, Michael, from CORE.
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, it's coming up fast, and it's 2.5 days of coaching. I'm the only speaker the whole time. Yep. 2.5 days of working on you, the most important person in the world in your life. And if you're new to our world, we'd love to have you join us. I'd love to have you find out more information about what CORE can do and how it can make a difference in your life. And the coolest part is 4 or 5 years ago, we opened it up to young adults too. So it's a great event for, if they're teens, 14 and up, we got a package for them as well, and for families. But learning how to live a successful life in a crazy world that we live in. And I used to say that CORE was important. It was a great course. You should go. It's great. It is necessary in the world that we live in today, with the crap of social media, with the misinformation that's out there in the world, with people really not teaching success principles. It's a place where you can go and get around other people that really are looking to learn how to get the things they want in life. The track record speaks from itself. I've had thousands of people leave that event go, Michael, you didn't even mention drinking, and I haven't drank since in that event. I've had thousands of people leave the event. Michael, you didn't really teach directly sales, but I'm making more money, and I've made a bunch, or I've got over challenges and different things that I'm doing in my life. So whatever it is that you feel like maybe holding you back, or whatever it is you want, bring those to the event, and we're either going to eliminate what you don't want and make it easier to get what it is you want. I can guarantee you will walk out of that 2.5 days and you're going to say, why don't they teach this in kindergarten? They should have taught this in first grade. Why did they not teach it? And the answer is, I don't know. And I also don't care why they didn't teach it. I'm just thrilled that you know it now. And you're going to feel like when you leave, I have something that other people don't have. It's the secret magic formula and pill, this feeling that you're going to have. And you're going to walk out of there where the communication you have with yourself and others is going to be radically different. So like Jaden said, text the word CORE to 480-800-8051. And we'd love to chat with you. If this resonates even a little, jump on the phone, let's connect and see how it makes a difference in your life.
Yeah, you have to watch the video on the page. It's very difficult to explain with words what CORE is. You have to see it. And more importantly, you have to be there to experience it. So I'd love to chat with a handful of people today. Give yourself that gift. I know as high performers, as business owners, I've certainly been there. You're busy. You're busy than most people. But that's part of the challenge. Unless you decide to do something about that, you're going to be 2 years, 5 years, 10 years from now telling yourself the same thing. I'm just so busy. Like, what if you could actually get more results from the work and from the hours that you're already putting in? That's going to take a different mental model. It's going to take different thoughts, a different level of communication, and a different level of self-influence, which is what this is really all about. So when you text CORE to 480-800-8051, that's truly putting you on a path to take this topic of self-influence and put it into action. Yeah. So we want to see it
because we're all influencing. This is the funny thing is we're all using 100% of our self-influence 24 days a week. It's directing it. So this is the part I want you to all realize. Every single one of you is using 100% of your self-influence every single day of the week. But you're influencing yourself to do what you're doing. So we're always influencing ourselves. Right. Imagine taking all of that influence you have and harnessing it down to the 3 or 4 or 5 things that are the most important to work on, which is going to be your language and communication, which is going to be the way that you see yourself in your life. And on top of that, truly the way that you hold your mind, your thoughts in your mind, the words that you speak to yourself and others, and then the way that you and others feel about you, that's what's going to change everything. So we take all this influence that you're using to, I love this and do that. Oh my God, I'm scattered. I got all these things I need to do. Go, the peace you get from this, it should be called like Peace Live. Because when you're done, you're going to be like, I actually feel peaceful.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually know what it's
My
like
life
to
is easier.
have less thoughts, not the 30 to 60,000
Thousand, I know.
thoughts that are circulating, causing us to play smaller than we're capable of. So
Terrible.
last time, Core to 800-8051. Looking forward to talking with some of y'all on here live today. We have some texting questions, Michael. I know we're getting near the top of the hour. You want to rattle off a few texting questions?
Let's do it.
A couple final thoughts here. So Clinton Lee from California says, it's fine. He starts it off with, I know, I can't make this up. I know I need to spend more focused time on my business, but I keep...
Just visualize it. When you say I know, go, it's okay, little baby. It's okay. It's all right. I know you knew better. Shut up, parents. Stop saying I know you knew better. I think you meant to say, I bet you wish that went differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you knew.
I know I need to spend more focused time on my business, but I keep jumping to another task or project when small wins don't come quickly. How do I stay with one direction long enough to build real traction when the progress feels too slow?
I mean, I don't know what I don't think he wants to do. If it was making calls, whatever it is, you got to make it your target. Like, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
It's not I know it really starts with the language, and it's simply, I'm not doing this. This is what I'm actually doing. And putting it down. So what's interesting was, if you really, really think of your expectations, like, what did you expect to have happen when you did that? Mm-hmm. And you looked at what you did today, and you wrote down what you did.
I posted my first reel.
Yeah. What did you expect to have happen?
Right.
And if you look at it, and then what actually happened, you probably could turn and go, okay, well, when I do that, that's kind of what happens. Oh, wow, I did it, and I didn't get the result I wanted. Yeah. Well, what did you expect?
Right.
Well, maybe your expectations were the issue. So here's the deal. If we could do the action without expectations, that will change things. So he is attaching, not only do I have to do the activity, I want a certain result from it. Funny thing is, we don't know what we're going to get from it.
Right.
We have to just get so good at the activity, and we may or may not get the result that we want. So here's the deal. Strip the expectations out. So instead of saying, like, well, I really want to do this, but the reason I don't do it is when I make a bunch of calls, nobody buys. Dude, you're not making calls to get people to buy. You're making calls so you get better. When the better you get, the better chance people can buy. We have to get really good. We've got to strip ourselves of the outcome and the result, and we've got to go, like, what is the actual thing we've got to get better at? You know what I'm saying? If I was, dude, this show's got to be the best show on YouTube, and we've got to be competing with Joe Rogan by third week.
Yeah.
I'm doing this to get better. I'm doing this to help people. I'm doing this to share. Listen, I'm doing this to share. If it helps you, bonus.
Right.
But I can't control that. All I can control is I get on here, you get on here, we're going to share. I can't even control whether they show up or not.
Right. So it's an unrealistic expectation in one part. And then for me, like, it really helps. Like, I get curious with things. I'm like, and we do this all the time, even with this show. We're like, okay, so, like, maybe we didn't get the exact result that we want, but, like, we're gonna try this next time. Like, the only time I find myself getting demotivated, or as Clinton says, like, just not able to summon the gusto to do what he thinks he needs to do, it's because you're just doing the same thing over and over again. Like, if I'm doing the same thing and not changing or tweaking or pivoting, like of course I feel like that's the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing over and over again.
Yep.
But if you're getting curious and you're making small, subtle improvements, you're like, okay, next time on the sales call, I'm going to spend more time really building a little bit of rapport to begin with. Okay, I'll try that.
Yep.
Right. Then we're able to.
Because when you do that, you get that.
Right.
It's like we want a result first.
Right, and we don't necessarily always even.
I'll do it if I get the
deserve
result
the result. If I do a bad sales call, I don't deserve the result.
We got to back to Brennan and be like, okay, I'm willing to call people as long as they see me as I am, as I've been, but they don't know that. I'm not really great at articulating it, but I am great. Mm-hmm. But I'll totally do business with them if they see me correct.
Right.
But they don't. And that's the gap we got to figure. I'm going to call people. I'm going to get so good until everybody sees me that way. Yeah. I'm going to do the things until things start to work out. That's where things begin to change. And this isn't just go do it and new things will be great. We got one more question, or?
Yeah, we have a few other questions, some texting questions. And again, if you text ASK to 480-800-8051, regardless of whether you're watching this live or even if you're just watching the replay, one, you'll get the private show link so you can hop on here like Brennan, like Jane, like Brian, and potentially get coached by Michael. But two, you can text us in your question, and we take texting questions all the time. So we'll do one more texting question here. So this is a interesting one. So Aaron from New Jersey,
I like New Jersey.
says, every time a major opportunity comes up, I hear a voice. I hear my father's voice that says, don't risk what you've built. And for years, I called that being responsible, but now I'm wondering whether the decision is even mine. So how do I separate like good judgment from fear that I inherited from my father?
I mean, I don't think you inherited the fear. I think that you are...
Inheritance is strong.
Inheritance is a really strong word. It's like you inherited the genes, like...
Right.
You inherited the idea, but
it sounds very permanent, inherited.
Yeah, I don't know if
it's like a diagnosis.
Yeah, I don't know if we inherited this thing. So, so he's saying he doesn't want to.
Well, I think he's saying he hears a voice that he doesn't want to be hearing every time. He has a conversation in his head whenever.
Oh, so he wants to make his dad happy. He doesn't. He wants to listen to his dad. Okay, cool. So, I don't know if he owns a company. I don't know whose name's on the building, whose name's on the company, whose name's on the LLC. Does your dad work for the company? Does he not work for the company? I understand where your dad wants you to be safe, but let's get really clear. Safety and business have zero to do with each other. Number one. Number two, odds are your dad is probably not an entrepreneur or a really successful one, and you've shown the attitude that you're not very responsible in the past, and he still sees you as a child, and we've got to rectify that situation. There's one of the two things that are potentially happening. So if he's not an entrepreneur, he just wants you to be safe. But safety and intelligence are not the same words. I do believe you need to be intelligent.
Yes.
But I'm just going to tell you nothing's safe. I mean, life's not safe. You're going to die. It's guaranteed.
Not making a choice also isn't safe.
Yeah, it's not safe. So, I think your dad wants you to be safe. As long as you're safe, that's good. But I don't think you need to be safe. I think you need to be intelligent. And I believe that you need to, when you've got that voice in your head, you've got to ask yourself, is that what you are going to influence yourself to do? Or are you going to be the guy, I'm the guy with my dad's voice in my head? I want you just to call it out. Like, got it. I'm a guy with my dad's voice in my head. Well, I don't think you've ever said, well, I know what I need to do, but I get my dad's voice in my head. Well, that's not imagine going to ChatGPT and going, ChatGPT, I know what I need to do, but I get my dad's voice in my head. It would probably say, dude, I can't even help you. But you could say, what are my other options? Okay, your other options are have different thoughts in your head, or think about different things, or learn how to dilute the thought, or do different stuff. So the longer you repeat that to yourself and you influence yourself, the more your dad's voice is going to show up in your head. So,
and this is exactly the type of stuff that you dive deep into in core.
Huge.
It's more than what we can do in just a live call-in show over
because they're not here
over an hour. And this is also one of the reasons why texting questions are good. But if you can hop on here live and actually have an interaction, we can go so much deeper. But you definitely gave Aaron he has other choices. You can start asking himself other questions.
It all starts with language, the way that you communicate. It all starts with a prompt. What are you prompting yourself to do? What are you getting yourself to do? It's like it's a set dialogue. When you wake up in the morning, what's the story for the day? All right, here's the story. I'm the guy whose dad's voice is in his head, who would love to do it, but I'm going to use my dad as an excuse. And he's literally deciding, instead of facing the idea that he may or may not be right, we're just going to blame our dad. So this goes deep. Yeah. Who we make right and who we make wrong has a lot to do with how we influence ourselves. So it is more important for this amazing man, Aaron, to make his dad wrong and for him to be right about his dad being wrong than him to actually build a big business. Maybe your dad's right. Maybe your dad's wrong, but your dad's not doing the work, so it really doesn't matter.
Right. Well, that's a powerful way to end here. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let us know also what topics, what conversations would serve you. Michael and I read through your comments live or during the replay, and you help influence the show on some of the directions that we go here. And self-influence and influence in general is a topic that a lot of you want us to dive deeper into, and we'll continue to do so. So let us know in the comments. Michael, any final words?
I think the final words is you've got to realize what we're all influencing ourselves all the time. Every 5 seconds, every second, our life is influence. We are influenced every day, every minute by everything and everything going on. If you could learn how to harness the power of your influence to get the things you want, that is the ability to influence yourself to make the things you want in your life. It's a choice. And it's a choice, but it's the option to choose that choice that's going to make the difference in your life. So you got options right now. There's a choice that can be made in the world of you allowing yourself to work on this. There's a choice of you staying still. Will you choose the option that gives you that choice? Because you have to understand choice is the doing, option is the selection. That's where we get confused on this. And I'm just going to encourage all of you to make that option happen. Choose you over the other thoughts in your head. And you've got to ask yourself, are your thoughts running your life or are you? And if your thoughts are running your life, which they really are, why don't you take control of them? Because when you learn how to take control of your thoughts, you will then be in control of your life. And that's what I'll tell you. You're not going to learn that in a book. You're not going to go figure that out on your own today. But in 2.5 days at Core Live, I can guarantee you can do it. I'm going to put the number up one more time on the screen. Text CORE to 480-800-8051. We'll chat with you. Just text the number CORE. Just have the courage, C-O-R-E, and I'm thrilled to work with you. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel. Share with those you care about. And Jaden and I would love to say, go be great and make things happen.
Go be great, everyone.